Two circular tracks T1 and T2 of radii 100 and 200 meters respectively touch at a point A. Starting from A at the same time, Ram and Krishna are walking on the track T1 and T2 at speeds 15 kilometers per hour and 5 kilometers per hour respectively. The number of full rounds that Ram will make before he meets Krishna again for the first time is. So let's understand what is happening with the help of the diagram here. See, here we have the larger track length, okay, and the smaller track length, different track lengths we have. And we have two people running across these track lengths, and at a common point, the starting point is common for both of them, that is A. Okay. तो हमें find क्या करना है, हमें individual time find करना है इसका, let's say TA to meet at to reach at A. हमें इसका भी time find करना है TB to reach its starting point A. And then you have to find out the LCM of TA and TB. Then we'll find out how many rounds will be taken. Okay. So first, let's find out the track length for Ram. For Ram, the radius is 100 meters. Okay. So the circumference will be 2 pi r, it's 200 pi. Okay. And for Krishna, the circumference will be 2 pi 20, 2 pi r, which is 40 pi. Okay. For Ram, it's 200 pi. Okay. Now, what are the speeds? Speeds are 15 kilometers per hour and 5 kilometers per hour respectively. See, आगे जाके हमें दोनों का different, हमें ratio find करना है, right? Total time taken to meet for the first time upon individual time का. So the unit of speed will not matter here. You can directly treat them as 15 and 5 as such, right? So time for Ram to reach the start point is what? The total track length upon his speed 15, and time for Krishna will be how much? The track length divided his speed, that is 5. Okay. So for Ram, this comes out to be 40 pi by 3 seconds. Every 40 pi by 3 seconds, Ram will be at point A, and Krishna will be at the starting point after every 8 pi seconds, right? Or 8 pi hours in this case, as per the question. Okay. दोनों साथ में कब होंगे? The LCM of these two values, right? LCM of 40 by 3 and 8 pi. Okay, that will be nothing but 40 pi. So Ram will have covered exactly 3 rounds, isn't it? This distance divided by 40 pi by 3. 40 pi cancel. Ram will have covered exactly 3 rounds to meet Krishna at the starting point A. Okay. If you don't want to like have big calculations, you can simply solve it in a very easy way. Let's see how we do it. We know that the circumference of any circle is proportional to radius. So the distance traveled by Ram and the distance traveled by Krishna, they are in the ratio of 100:20, which is 5:1. So you can treat the distances as 5 and 1 also. No problem. Okay. Their speeds are in the ratio 15:5, which is 3:1. Time of Ram is to time of Krishna will be distance upon speed is to distance upon speed. 5 by 3 is to 1, taking the LCM. Okay, this is 5:3. Okay, so 5 units of time he will take to complete the track length. This will take 3 units of time. दोनों साथ में कब आएंगे एक साथ? 5 और 3 का LCM 15 पे. 15 units of time will be required for them to be together. ये हर 5 सेकंड पे ट्रैक लेंथ के स्टार्टिंग पे आता है. तो how many track lengths, how many rounds will Ram have completed? 15 divided by 5, 3 rounds. As simple as that. You can imagine the visual here. Will give you more clarity. 1, 2, 3. See the left side, the left diagram. Okay, Ram basically covers how much? 3 gaps. We are considering two people moving across a circular track having speeds 10 meter per second and 20 meter per second respectively, and the track length is 600 meters. Okay, we use the concept of relative speed again. What we'll do is we'll put the slower person at rest. Okay, and the faster person only moves at the relative speed, which in this case is the difference of the speeds, which is 10 meter per second. 600 मीटर का डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करना है 10 के रेट से, हाउ मच टाइम विल यू टेक? 60 seconds. Okay, now 60 seconds में this person will travel how much? 10 into 60, 600 meters, and this person will travel how much? 1200 meters, right? Okay, so the faster person will basically cover 2 rounds और वापस starting point पे आएगा. The slower person will cover 1 round and starting point पे आएगा. This is what is going to happen here. See, ये देखो. Yes, so the slower person travels only 1 track length and the faster person travels, okay, twice. Okay, the meeting point is the starting point. Okay, this will keep on repeating infinitely, isn't it, guys? Same thing you can observe for the next case, isn't it? Okay, the speeds are in the ratio, or the speeds are 10 meter per second and 30 meter per second. Okay, difference is 20 के रेट से ट्रैवल करना है कितना? 600 meters. The time is 30 seconds. 30 seconds में slower person जाएगा 300, faster person जाएगा 900. So the faster person will travel 1.5 of the track length, 1.5, and slower person travels only half. Right? Can you see? So we have one meeting point diametrically opposite. और दूसरा होगा वापस स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इन द सेम वे, राइट? आई हैव टू मीटिंग पॉइंट्स हियर. ओके, सेम वे द स्पीड्स आर 10 and 50, द डिफरेंस इज 40. 40 के रेट से 600 जाना है, मतलब कितना टाइम लगेगा? 15 seconds. इन 15 seconds द स्लोअर पर्सन ट्रैवल 150, फास्टर पर्सन ट्रैवल 750. दोनों कहाँ मिलेंगे? इस पॉइंट पे. वापस 150 में आगे मिलेंगे, वापस 150 पे और आगे मिलेंगे, वापस स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट पे आगे मिलेंगे. सो आई हैव 4 मीटिंग पॉइंट्स. Okay, this tells us something, right guys? In this case the ratio of speeds is 1:2. Okay, 2 minus 1 कितना होता है? 1. So I have only one meeting point. Same way यहाँ पे ratio of speeds is 1:3. The difference of speeds is 2, right? So I have two meeting points. Okay, यहाँ पे 1:5, difference of 5 and 1 is 4. I have exactly 4 meeting points, right? So whenever two objects have ratio of speeds A is to B, where A and B should be co-primer, nothing in common, okay, and they travel in the same direction about a circular track, the number of distinct meeting points is always going to be mod of A minus B, the difference of the speeds, right? Let's understand the case when they are moving in the opposite directions. Okay, so now A and B have the same speeds, 10 and 10. Okay, तो जब मिलेंगे दोनों equal distance travel करेंगे, डायमेट्रिकली ऑपोजिट पॉइंट पे मिलेंगे दोनों एक साथ. सी, वन मीटिंग पॉइंट, उसके ऑपोजिट पे दूसरा मीटिंग पॉइंट, एंड दिस विल कीप ऑन हैपनिंग इनफिनिटली. सो इन दिस केस वी हैव टू मीटिंग पॉइंट्स. We'll go on further. If suppose the speeds are 10 and 20, the faster person travels 400 meters, slower person travels only 200. This is where they will meet. Next 200, next 200, we have three meeting points, right? Again, the speeds are 10 and 30. Okay, 10 plus 30 corresponds to 40. तो ये 150 जाएगा slower person. Faster person goes 450. वापस slower person goes another 150, another 150. Starting point. We have four meeting points. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है guys? यहाँ पे the ratio of speeds is 1:1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, right? So we have two meeting points. Same यहाँ पे 10:20 is basically 1:2. 1 plus 2 is exactly 3. Three meeting points. 10:30 is 1:3. 1 plus 3 is 4. Four meeting points. Okay, so generally if the ratio of speeds of two people is A is to B, where A and B are again co-prime numbers, and the two people are traveling in the opposite directions, then the number of distinct meeting points will be basically equal to what? A plus B. As simple as that. Let's solve a question based on this, guys. Around a 1,000-meter long racetrack, A and B start running from the same point with speeds 200 meters per second and 250 meters per second respectively. How many distinct points exist such that they travel in the same direction and they travel in the opposite direction? So I'm supposed to find out how many distinct meeting points will exist. First question, they travel in the same direction. Second, when they travel in the opposite direction. Now we know that you have to first find the ratio of the speeds. Okay, 200 to 250. The ratio is 4:5. Okay, so when they travel in the same direction, take the difference. एक meeting point होगा. When they're traveling in opposite directions, add them. 4 plus 5, there'll be 9 meeting points. Okay, the best part is, guys, the answer will be completely irrespective or independent of the initial track length. Okay, track length पे depend नहीं करेगा. It will depend on the ratio of their speeds. क्योंकि जो भी track length होगी वो दोनों आपस में divide कर लेंगे, right? Accordingly. So the number of points will remain the same. Let's go on to the next part, guys. John jogs on track A at 6 kilometers per hour and Mary jogs on track B at 7.5 kilometers per hour. The total length of tracks A and B is 325. While John makes 9 rounds of track A, Mary makes 5 rounds of track B. In how many seconds will Mary make one round of track A? Okay, very direct question. It's actually based on equations rather than time, speed, distance. Okay, so John makes 9 rounds of track A, Mary makes 5 rounds of track B. Okay, same time में हो रहा है, right? मतलब time taken for John to make 9 rounds is same as time taken for Mary to make 5 rounds, right? Okay, अब हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We assume the track length for John and Mary to be J and M respectively. Okay, दोनों का speed दिया है हमें. If the speed of John is 6 kilometers per hour, okay, the track length is J kilometers. What is the time taken to complete one track length? The distance divided by the speed. ऐसे 9 बार हो रहा है. He's completing 9 rounds, isn't it? Same way, Mary का track length is M. Mary का speed is 7.5. So how much time will Mary take to complete one track length? Divide by distance divided by 7.5. ऐसा कितने बार जा रहा है वो? 5 times, isn't it? Okay, this time is equal. So we equate them. यहाँ से you get the ratio of the track length of J and M. Okay, so 5 से जाएगा basically जाएगा 2.5 से 2 जा 3 जा वापस जाएगा 2 जा 3 जा. So the ratio of the track length J by M is 2 2s are 4 and 3 3s are 9. Okay, अब it is given that the total length is 325. 325 को हम break करते हैं in the ratio 4:9. Now guys, this is where tables really help you out. If you know 25 का table, 25 13s are okay, इसी 25 into 13 को हम break कर देते हैं कैसे, 25 into 4 and 25 into 9. तो जॉन का ट्रैक लेंथ कितना हो गया, 25 into 4, which is nothing but 100 meters. Okay, they're asking you in how many seconds will Mary make one round. Mary का speed is 7.5 kilometers per hour. So distance divided by the speed. Okay, kilometers per hour है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, 5/18. Okay, the answer will be in seconds directly. Meter per second हो जाएगा ना अभी ये, right? So this will be 2.53 za, 2.56 za. Okay, this will be 2.5 to 12.5. This will be 8. Answer is 48. 48 seconds is the required answer. Okay, guys, so we go on to the next question. Two ants A and B start from a point P on a circle at the same time, with A moving clockwise and B moving anti-clockwise. So they're traveling in opposite directions, right? They meet for the first time at 10 a.m. when A has covered 60% of the track. If A returns to P at 10:12 a.m., then B returns to P at. Okay. So this is your starting point P. They are meeting at a point, let's say here, I call this point as X. Then they are meeting at 10 a.m., right? Okay, this is when B has covered a distance of, sorry, A has covered a distance of 60% of track length. So that means I can say that this is 40% of track length. Okay. Now guys, जितने टाइम में A ने B ने 60% ट्रैक लेंथ कवर किया, उतने ही टाइम में B is covering 40% of track length, right? So अगर हम लोग ट्रैक लेंथ को 100 मान ले, the ratio of the distance they are traveling A or B is 60/40. Since the time is same, this is also the ratio of their speeds, 3:2. Okay, so A का स्पीड हम ले लेते हैं 3 और B का स्पीड हम ले लेते हैं 2 units. Okay, now for this entire distance 40% of the track length, it is said that A returns to P at 10:12. 10 बजे they met. Okay, and A is returning at 10:12, right? So 12 मिनट लगे A को कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करने में, 40% of the distance कवर करने में, right? Okay, 40% at what speed? A का speed is basically how much, 3 units, right? Okay, so now I want to find out how much time will B take. B को कितना distance travel करना है, 60% travel करना है, right? और B का speed कितना है as per the question, 2, isn't it? So how much time will B take? You can cross multiply and get the answer. So this you can basically reduce. ये कितना हो जाएगा? When you cross multiply, you can take it as X. Okay, so 12 into 60/2 into 40/3. It's the value of X. So 41s are 43s are 30s are. This comes out to be 27, right? So after 27 minutes from 10, B will reach the point P. Answer is 10:27. All right. That's how you can solve the question. You can also solve it using the geometric mean wala shortcut. Let's see how. Okay. ये starting point P है. They are meeting at 10 a.m. right? 10 a.m. के बाद for traveling this distance, okay, 40% of the track length. Okay, A is taking how much time? A is taking 12 minutes, right? 40% के लिए जब A ने 12 मिनट लिया था, तो ये 60% के लिए A ने कितना टाइम लिया था? That you can find out. Of course you can. So ये basically क्या है? 3 का मल्टीपल है ना, तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 18 minutes. Okay, मतलब 18 minutes में दोनों यहाँ इस पॉइंट पे मिले थे, right? उसके बाद एक्स्ट्रा 12 मिनट में यहाँ पे A पहुंचा है, 12 मिनट्स में. Okay, let's say extra X minutes में यहाँ B पहुंचा है, right? So we know that the time taken to meet for the first time, 18. 18 is the geometric mean of the individual extra times, right? Khatam. This is how you solve the question very, very easily. So X is nothing but 12 2s are 24, 12 7s are 84. 27 minutes extra लगता है B को यहाँ पहुंचने के लिए, तो B will reach at 10:27 a.m. As simple as that.